Bacon. It's just... I should probably be in bed. It's hot as fuck in here. But I can't stop playing DCS. I need an intervention. Also, I need to get the fuck out of this country. Holy shit. It's really smoky outside. There's no fires near me. I'm totally safe. The problem is, though, that it's hot as hell. The smoke is really, like, getting to me. It's quite thick. Like, it's difficult to see across the car park. It's just generally awful. It's not even summer yet. I'm worried my PC is going to overheat during the stream and either melt my CPU or just cut the stream when it restarts. It's that hot. Like, my air conditioner's been running at full power all day, and it's just had no effect at all. Really. It's still about at least 35-40 degrees in here, and it's hotter at my desk because it kind of traps the heat from the PC. So yeah, generally kind of a shitty situation. I mean, not that bad in the grand scheme of things, but it's not pleasant. Makes me really miss home. Where is everyone? I'm gonna turn markers back on just because I can't fucking see them. It's like as soon as I come in the guns area, they all disconnect. What's going on? Move to New Zealand, maybe? I don't, like, I was considering it before, but at this point, if I'm gonna move, I may as well move, like, closer to somewhere I consider home. So, Canada or Northern Europe, pretty much. New Zealand seems like a really nice place. It's just still too far away from everything. Like Australia, it has a lot of the same problems except without the climate issue. See how badly out of practice I am today. Not sure exactly what I'm chasing here. Might be a 15. That might have been residual lock from him, since radar and DCS is really laggy and bizarre. Yeah, it seems like a 15. The fact he's keeping that much distance from me kind of suggests it. Yeah, that's an eagle. And my teammate's just going to run away from him, so I'm not going to get to do anything, because again... like, what does my teammate expect is going to happen here? The eagle's outrunning me at this pace, so I can't help him. And he's not going to shake the eagle. You will not outrun an F-15, like, it's impossible in the aircraft we currently have in the game. There is nothing faster than the F-15. So I really don't understand the logic of these people that get on this server and then just turn cold and run the moment anyone twitches in their direction. It's really passive and shitty. Like, if you want to do passive play, go on a fucking PvE server or something, honestly. Don't come on a server called Just Dogfight into a guns arena and then run away from people. It's really frustrating. Because look at this, they're just going up into the fucking bozosphere. And I'm having to drag myself all the way up here after them. Probably someone's going to eventually spot the contrails and come up after me. Oh, someone is coming up. Here we go, here we go. I bled all my speed, but it looks like he has as well. Oh, it's my other teammate. Come here, F-15. Of course, it's an eagle, so now it's just accelerating downwards in fucking Zone 5 Afterburner. I'm never gonna catch him. I'm going through all my fuel to chase one guy. But if I break off him and go for the one under me, he'll just dive on me. I really hate F-15s, this is why. They, like... I don't know, it just seems like the jet encourages passive play on this server. Whoop, there we go. He slowed down a bit. My aim is even worse than it was yesterday. And I slowed down too much. He's still in burner, by the way. I might switch to the 21 later. I just want to try and get a little more practice on the Mirage because I was so bad at it yesterday. Oh, fucking Hornets. Hey, water. Fucking F-18s. Go away. At least this guy can't run away from me. I like how he thought he would hit me there. That was cute. He's quite slow, so am I, but he's... The F-18 doesn't like being that slow. Knock a few pieces off his wing. He's on Struggle Street, and he just ejected. We're down to our low fuel warning now. So we're at about 500 kilos, I think. Are you real? Where the fuck did you come from? Ah, wasn't quick enough to get the nose on him. If I'd been a little quicker, I could have killed him there. But my reflexes are really bad. Really, really bad right now. I also think that they're stacking the teams again, as usual. Okay, he's fucked off, so we'll go for the close one, I guess. Ganging up. Usual just dogfight strategy. Really? F-15? There we go. Oh, and someone got me. What is the metal for on the left side of the HUD? This is where your night vision goggles sit when you're not using them. So, as part of the update, Razbam changed it, so you have to be carrying the bag with the night vision goggles, then take them out of the bag, put them on there, and then put them on your helmet when you're going to use them. Which is a pretty cool system, I think. Radar's dropping lock constantly. There's 3 of them here. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. And he hit me after the merge somehow. I'm reconsidering playing on this server already. They're all stacking red and they're firing into the merge and somehow hitting me when they're behind me. I mean, I know I have a high ping, but Jesus, that guy must be, like, on the fucking moon to be able to hit me there. Yeah, I'm on Just Dogfight. What do you need? To live in a country with a reasonable climate? Yeah, look at that. There's fucking 4 people on red. How many people do we have on blue? Like me and one other guy, I think. If that. Yeah, there's one other blue. Oh no, there's a whole heap of them. They're all behind me though. Roll away from his gun, force him past me. He's really slow now, which is where the Mirage will come out on top. When the 18 gets slow, it doesn't fight nearly as well. It's a struggle to fly it when it gets slow. But I'm sure he'll just wait for one of his teammates to come pick me off for him. That's cute, my guy. It's really cute. Apparently we somehow didn't kill him there. I did hit him, just didn't do anything to him. I'm surprised he was able to get his nose up there. I didn't think he had the speed for it. Oh! Yep, there's his teammates! Really? Yeah, it's the F-15. Of course it would be. This thing's uncontrollable. The F-15's kind of weird. I can't fly it for shit, so it's clearly not that much of an easy mode plane, or I would be good at it. But at the same time, it does seem to be the kind of general easy mode plane when it comes to BFM. Just because it's so fast, I guess, you can kind of engage at will, whereas other aircraft can't, if that makes any sense. It could just be me being biased though, because that's what I usually get killed by. Hornets are much easier to finish off. Catch that. They also fly without their wings a lot, because the damage model's broken. And it desynchronizes with the server quite often. The MiG-21 used to have a similar issue, but it's been persistent in the 15 for years, and ED have never fixed it. Oh, next, I mean, I could go back home to Canada if I had the money. I'm still a Canadian citizen. It would not be difficult for me. All I have to do is be able to pay my way home and bring my stuff over with me, and I'd be set, basically. Like, it's not an issue of being able to get into another country, it's an issue of being able to get out of this one. So, just a heads up, I'm probably going to be grouchy and fly like shit because I haven't been sleeping very well, and as I did say, it is hot as balls in here. So, the hotter it gets, the more aggro I get, generally. I'm also worried my PC may explode because of the heat. My CPU is running really hot right now, so if the stream just randomly drops, and I don't come back on within the next minute or two, just assume my PC's broken. What the fuck is locking me? It's Probably still the residual lock from this guy, because DCS is a well-programmed game with functional radar. Said no one ever. Oh, someone just ate shit over there. That's a teammate behind me. I've got the markers turned on just for the sake of speeding things up and saving me having to IFF every single person. It is just dogfight, everyone's using fucking markers pretty much, so who cares. Normally I don't use them, like in serious service. This guy's trying to get me to overshoot, that's really cute. Oh, it's the Eagle. Once he realizes that's not going to work, he's going to start trying to... What the fuck just hit me? Oh! Oh, he's wash. Okay, because they still haven't fixed that. Excellent. So you can kill a Mirage just by turning in front of it, because jet wash in this game is bugged, and I should probably just turn it off because it's so bugged. It will literally kill you if you fly the Mirage. Doesn't do anything to the other planes. It might buck you around a bit, but it won't break your plane. It will kill the Mirage. It'll rip your wings off. Oh, he doesn't need to make me overshoot. He just has to turn sharply in front of me and rip my wings. That's all he has to do. In his fucking magical skill magnet aircraft. This guy. If I can keep eyes on... Oh, no! Instant blackout! Oh, we're having the best luck today, aren't we? Still haven't fixed this bug either. Numerous planes have it. The Mirage is probably the worst offender. I've seen it happen in the Hornet. The F5 does it all the time. You go from slightly grayed out to instantly blacked out. There's no warning of it happening, it just, like that. Immediate. And it usually, it's usually a long blackout too, so it's one that will get you killed. Fuck is an 18 locking me from the front? They're all behind me. So why is it telling me there's one in front somewhere? It probably is a lag thing. Multiplayer in this game is totally hosed. Like, there is so much wrong with DCS netcode that they will never fix. Because ED don't give a shit about the game's core mechanics. You know, the basic framework literally the entire game depends upon to work. They only care about early access modules now. When Microprose went out of business and ED no longer had any competition, that was the worst thing to happen to the flight sim community. Because there's absolutely no incentive for them to do anything anymore. Like, Microprose made good sims. Occasionally they'd have the same problems ED does, but Microprose made very good sims. Without them, of course, fucking Mark 1 and 1.5 probably, 1.5. Yeah, if you hear sonic booms in this server, someone is doing something wrong. It's always a fucking Eagle as well. Sometimes the Tomcat, but usually the Eagle. They just sit way out in space, or way out on the edge of the guns area, and wait until someone's not paying attention, and then just swoop in and guns them. They don't actually fight, they won't engage, they'll just run away as soon as you turn towards them. I don't know why I play on this server, all it does is piss me off. I really don't understand, actually, why I do this to myself. But especially since I haven't been able to get on at the same time as Tawny and the boys, this is the only BFM practice I get against players anymore. So I guess that's why. But I would really rather go back to 1v1s against people I know, because A, they're better pilots than the people in here, so, you know, I'll actually get some skill from fighting them, and B, I don't have to put up with all this stupid shit. Where did that guy go? Who knows? Probably into orbit. And the server's freaking out again. I can't even see anyone. They're all behind me. Amazing. I couldn't see them before, now I can. I finally see an enemy, my teammate's trying to kill him. And the radar won't pick him up! There we go. Finally. I think it's going to be one of those days today. Stream's barely been up for about 20 minutes and everything's going wrong already. Oh my god, wow. Just scrape your wing along the ground, why not? I'd love to know how he didn't kill himself there, considering I was stalling, and I just saw his wing connect with the dirt. And my radar again picks up my teammate, even though he was well outside the bore site. Who the fuck is this? Oh, jet wash, again. Fucking hell, at least it didn't rip my wings. And again, we'll probably get it here as well. And I've lost him. Oh, there he is. How the fuck is he still in the air? He's flying at like 100 knots. Like, the Mirage is capable, but it's not that capable. The guy must have the reflexes of a fucking gnat and seeing 500 frames a second to make the control inputs necessary to do that. Oh, hello. And he's behind me. He's magically behind me. What the fuck, man? I'm missing a radar. I don't strictly need the radar here. Did he just... Wow. I'm pretty sure he just disappeared in front of me. I don't know if it's the server or if I'm just blind or what. That's you? Jesus, Bacon, how the fuck did you not fly into a tree, or a power line, or stall? Like, I like low-level flying, but even I wouldn't try and do the shit I just saw you pull. Holy fuck, man. Okay, there's an airport there. That looks like Vaziani. We'll go there. try and do things the Czech way. Shoot! It worked! I popped my chute before the wheels touched. It worked really well. Look how short I stopped without even using the air brakes or the wheel brakes. Damn. Well, there you go. Once you actually perfect the technique, that's actually really effective. Oh, I need to... What am I doing? I need to select roll. There you go. I was already missing about half my plane thanks to Bacon. I don't think that it was going to fly again, so it doesn't matter. They can cannibalize the plane for parts. I keep forgetting the master arm. I've been flying other stuff for too long. One right off the nose. That's friendly, that's not. Oh, hello, whoever just hosted, thank you very much. Can't really look right now. Oh, come on, I think this is the... Is this the Eagle? No, that looks like a Viper. And there's another Mirage, which might be Bacon. I didn't see if it was red or blue. I held the brakes a bit too long there. We should recover from it, but... Need a little more speed here. This Viper's going to try and run away from me. Or drag me for his teammates. That's a blue Mirage. It shouldn't be shooting at me. That is Bacon. We're going to abandon the Viper. He's just running away like the coward he is. Like most Viper pilots, let's be real. We'll go for this. What are you? You look like an eagle, actually. That was some bullshit. Got fucking skinny there. Of course. Of course. Teammate bails him out. Come on. Oh, come on, man. There. Enjoy that. He's still flying, naturally. It is an F-15. You don't need wings when you're in an F-15. You just fly on the sheer power of freedom alone. Oh my god, how did I miss that? Come on, man. What is wrong with me today? Should probably put this on. It does help a little with those snapshots. BD-8. I don't see any holes in the airframe, so we're probably good. Radar's still functional. Don't see anything trailing me, so I'm probably not leaking fuel, but I may as well be at the rate I'm burning it. Pro tip, never get Skydroll on your mouth. Oh god. Oh Jesus, why? Why are you like this, Lumber? Also, where did this guy go? I shouldn't have been reading chat, I should have been paying attention. Well, he's on top of me now, and I don't see him. The best way to be. Absolutely tumbleweed. Ooh, I saw something behind me. In my mirror there. That was definitely somebody passing me. That's a teammate. This isn't. That's a Viper. Oh, come on, man. Come on! That should have hit him. God damn. Just zero luck with my marksmanship this week. And he's gonna zap me right here. No, he nearly hit me with his nose though. And I almost stalled myself out. I really shouldn't have ignored the guy that went under me. Probably he's gonna zap me as I'm chasing this bug. Sorry, not bug, Viper. It's the same guy. Okay. Yep. Yep, there it is. Wait, that was a teammate. That was my teammate shooting at him and nearly hitting me. Amazing. Never change, just dogfight. He's probably gonna lawn dart. Oh, maybe not. Held the brakes a bit too long again. Oh, no, he's just gonna magically warp across the fucking screen. Because, oh, yeah, there we go. Hold the standby switch down a little bit longer, my guy. Maybe you'll win that way. And meanwhile, I'm getting shot by someone I can't see. Oh, yeah, there we go. Standby switch. Fucking high-skill pilot right there. Notice nobody else is lagging, so it's not the server, it's literally just him. And it's always when I'm about to take a shot. A lot of the Russian players on here do that. Particularly the ones that fly the Su-27, I've noticed. I'll come up behind them and they'll suddenly just mysteriously start warping all over the sky and become impossible to hit. And then as soon as they're behind me, they have no connection issues whatsoever. It's really bizarre. Hey CJ. Standby switch, yeah, on his modem. You know, you just hit the switch. It's basically, it was called a lag switch. A lot of Counter-Strike players used to do it back in the day. You hit the lag switch and it just fucks with your connection enough that it doesn't drop you from the game, but it does, you know, it does interrupt the flow of packets to the server. And so you could do whatever the fuck you liked, and especially on games which are very heavily client-side reliant for netcode, it would let you basically kill people while they don't see you on their screen, or they see you standing still or whatever. And given DCS's abysmal netcode and the kinds of people that play on this server, I'm pretty sure I've caught some of them doing it. Oh my god, I just cannot buy a kill today. I should have had a kill on the fucking F-16. I should have had about 5 on the Eagles at this point. So why don't I play on here more often? People just... It was an F-15. Big surprise. This is what happens. The F-15s all fuck off to like 30,000 feet or to the, like, you know, 20 miles away. They'll wait until someone's being chased, and then they'll just zip in at Mach 2, shoot the guy that's trailing, and then they'll just disappear again. Like, the Su-27s usually do it as well, but the Eagles are the worst for it. I've almost never seen an Eagle really do anything else unless he's forced into it. They're almost never moving slower than about 700 knots in here. This might be bacon. And I'm way too fast. He's gonna kill me here. Because I can't manage my speed worth shit now. So I haven't flown this as much as I should have recently. Oh, I think he might have lost sight of me. It also helps if I have my cannon selected, hey. And that all missed somehow. I would love to know how. Pippa went right through him. Oh, come on, man. Fuck. One hit. One fucking hit is all I would like. Just one. Jet wash. Jet wash again. This game is so fucking broken. I swear to God. I'm gonna go turn that shit back off. Because it's just disgusting. The Mirage is the only aircraft that is capable of killing itself because of the jet wash in this game. Because jet wash is so heavily overmodeled, it's not funny. So we're gonna turn that shit off right now. And leave it off until they fix it. Yeah, I'll do some 1 vs 1. The Guns Arena's turning into a shit show, as usual. Viper gets thrashed by it too. Does it lose wings though? Like, there's a difference between getting thrown into a spin and physically losing your wings. The Mirage almost always loses a wing. Let's see, 1 vs 1... Slot 2... There we go. Oh, are you spawning in there, Bacon? Might want to alternate then, you and Water or something, because there's not that many slots. I think there's only 2 separate areas and somebody else is using the first one. Don't even really need IFF. I'm in area 2, but I think Bacon already jumped in and took the slot. Yeah. So if you guys want to like switch out every time somebody dies or something, I don't know. How the fuck did my radar just lose him? Oh, he swapped aircraft, that's why. Wait, have we already merged? I'm gonna reset, because I think I'm already past the merge point. Hitting every wrong button today. Jesus Christ. Hang on a second. Alright, there we go. Spawning in. Oh, you know what? I bet this server has wake turbulence turned on by default, which overrides the player setting. I would not be surprised. I guess we'll find out shortly. Well, maybe not. Yep, it does. It does. So I may as well go turn it back on in the menu. Oh, with missiles? Shit, okay. Well, I'll go guns in this one, we'll do missiles next one. Because I just got rid of both my magics. I'll tell you right now though, if we're fighting with missiles and we end up in a post-merge setup like what just happened with me over the top behind you, you'll die very quickly. It's the same mistake Fillion was making last time I fought in 1 vs 1. It is not a position you want to be in against a Mirage, especially when it's carrying magics, because it'll just eat you up. I turned too early. Kind of ruined my setup there. Get him nice and slow. Unload the aircraft a little. So that would have been a shot with the magics right there. You can't extend away when someone's got missiles, it'll get you killed. You've got to try and stay as close as possible, make it into a real knife fight. If you are going to extend, you have to do it in a way that will not present a good target to a heater. So you can't just extend straight out, and certainly not upwards against this guy. Now here, the Mirage is a faster aircraft, so this will eventually end in me catching up. It's just a case of me watching my closure rate and not getting too fast, too close. But the Mirage is the best thing in the game, it's slowing down abruptly, so it should be right. Is that closure rate I was talking about? Over the top. There's a little bit of a buck from the jet wash, which is definitely a server-side setting, unfortunately for me. Blackout? Possibly, I don't know. Problem is I Get you. I had you in perfect position at start when you were dropping flares, but it was too slow. That's the problem with the Hornet. The Hornet has some drag issues, but I mean, the Mirage dumps energy like you wouldn't believe. The amount of times I've lost a chance at somebody because I slow down too much. I did it the first time against you as well. I'm just gonna respawn. The biggest problem I have with the Hornet in a dogfight is the fucking reticle. The foresight is actually stable, but the foresight is also difficult to keep eyes on when the main reticle's jumping all over the fucking place. And yeah, the Hornet doesn't regain energy near as well as the Mirage. The Mirage perhaps does it a little too well, but the Hornet just doesn't do it because it's underpowered. It needs better engines. I mean, realistically, in real life, it needs better engines, never mind at DCS. That's why the Super Bug is so anemic. It's still got weak engines for the airframe, and it's bigger and heavier. Yeah, Magics will do that. It's not a 9X, but it's still pretty agile. And one thing that the Mirage's radar is quite good at is the vertical scan mode. Oh, does it? Well, I guess they're not that much better because it still doesn't have that impressive of a performance for really what you'd expect for that aircraft. Interesting merge setup. But now you've ended up under a Mirage, which is the last place you ever want to be. Oh, F and G. Yeah, okay. EF? Oh, okay. Well, I'm no bug expert, as you guys have probably figured. No, I would say the Mirage does. The Su-27s isn't bad, but you have to lock them first. The gun funnel is bad, the Pipper is good. This has a good gun snake for when you're not locked, and it has an excellent gun snake for when you are locked. This has the best gun sight of any fighter in this game. Don't at me. Like, honestly, everyone bitches about it, but it has the best gun sight. I would take this over literally anything. That was better. That was much better. And I've managed to lose sight. Shit. Ah, there we go. Couldn't get away. You lose eyes, you die. Lose sight, lose the fight. See, if I was playing with markers on there, I would have probably not done that, but I don't like playing with markers on if I don't specifically need them for IFF. And the fucking HUD symbology is gone again because the magic's buggered out. Excellent. And blacked out. I'm dead. Maybe not. I'm totally blind though. And the Serval has been its wonderful useless self. Whoa. Don't know how I survived that one. So, I don't know if this is a bug or if this is a thing in the real aircraft. I suspect it's a bug, but if you trigger the magic slave function in a specific sequence of button presses, it makes the radar lockbox disappear totally and you cannot get it back, which then makes it near impossible to find somebody. Like, you can have them on the radar, but you'll have no cue to tell you where they are. It's really frustrating. It's got me killed multiple times. Probably CJ, probably. Incidentally, this is why I don't really do 1v1s with missiles. I don't really think it teaches me much other than to be over-reliant on them. Yeah, it can. It's a 9G aircraft. I'm not even pulling the override. So in the real aircraft, there's no paddle switch or anything. Well, there is, but it's the autopilot disconnect. In the real aircraft, you just put, I think it's more than 50 kilograms of force on the stick, and it gives you up to 10G. But obviously, because you have nothing like that in DCS, you can't do that with a HOTAS, like a third-party HOTAS. It's double bound to the autopilot disconnect paddle. So it acts like the Hornet's paddle switch. blackout, maybe? Yeah. You had a missile on you anyway. I don't know what a trouble keeping eyes on people tonight. Like, I can see them because of the radar Q box, obviously, but if I was in something like the MiG-21, I would have no chance of keeping eyes on. I wouldn't say that. I think I'm just probably more used to how this aircraft fights. Not many people know how to deal with a Mirage. Like, they can be really experienced in the Hornet and they'll still not know how to deal with a Mirage. And then once they crack that secret, they're really difficult for me to beat. But these things are really hard to fight. It's fast, it accelerates well, it decelerates like nothing else. The missiles are quite good, but in weird ways, if that makes any sense. And the way I fly specifically is just kind of bizarre and very much unconventional. You know, a lot of people kind of try and be real fighter pilots. I don't. I do what works for me, and this works for me. Like, people say you shouldn't be using the air brakes in flight. Man, I hog the air brakes in the Mirage. It's your best asset against someone who doesn't expect it. What I might do is I might switch aircraft, and it will probably be a lot more equal because I'm going to switch to one I am not good at, if I can find it. There we go. I have very little experience in the Hornet, so we'll see how this goes. Why is it not? I gotta figure out what my cage and uncage button is. It's not doing the thing. I guess it doesn't work on mics, maybe. I'm way too slow. That was pure luck there. Pure luck. Okay. Respawn. Actually, yeah. I know it's your friend, but Not as much as in the Mirage. Cage, uncage. What the fuck is button 15? Bear with me for a second, I'm trying to figure out what button this is. The fuck is button 15? I'm bamboozled. Oh, it was that. It just wasn't working for some reason. Alright, I'm gonna respawn just so that we can remerge. I guess that's a 9x only feature or something, because it didn't seem to be doing anything. I've totally lost sight of him. No, I think it does have it. It's still seeing things, I just don't think it has the high off-bore sight maneuverability. See, I never saw him after that. I'm coming into the merge too far. I'm doing what I'm used to doing in the Mirage, which is like I'm tearing into the merge at like 600 knots and slam on the brakes and rip the nose back. Doesn't work in the Hornet, apparently. Yeah, that seems to... does seem to uncage. I'm also trying not to get too dependent on the paddle switch in the Hornet, so I could have pulled it, but I didn't really want to. Not to say I don't want to use it, or I'm going to be like Tawny and go full fucking masochist and unbind it, but I don't want to be pulling the paddle non-stop. I want to not pull it unless I need to, if that makes sense. Oh, that was a fucking stupid shot. There was no way that would hit. And I'm stalled because I'm trying to fly like a Mirage. No way that would track. Notice even without pulling the paddles, I've exceeded 8G. I've gone up to 8.8 at some point during this flight. There's some hits. Took long enough. See, I am really bad at the Hornet when it comes to this kind of thing. The Mirage has taught me a lot of bad habits, and the MiG-21s tended to reinforce those bad habits. And so you put me in something like this and I'm hopeless. You put me in the Eagle and I put myself in flat spins. I can kind of fight in the Tomcat, but these American planes, man, like the F5 is the only one I'm even vaguely competent in, and that's, you know, vaguely. I just got that kill, but I fucked up numerous times that should have got me killed. In fact, I nearly stalled myself, which is like the biggest fuck up possible, really. Why is the radar not picking him up? He's right off my nose, what the fuck? Ah, what is with the Hornet? Pick him up, please, he is right there. And yeah, I would definitely agree. I'm much better with the Mirage. I have a lot of hours on it, and it flies more like what I'm used to. Now fucking helmet axe not even working. What is with this plane right now? I'm too fast because I need to learn to stay out of burner in the Hornet. I'm too used to the Mirage and the MiG-21 where you want to be in burner at all times in combat, or nearly all times. Why is my radar not picking him up? He's right there. Bro. Jesus fucking Christ. What is wrong with this plane? I can't even see him anymore. I just lost him. I'm gonna die because the radar in the Hornet is a worthless piece of shit. Oh, there he is. Still not... I'm in Widak. He's right off my nose. That's not gonna make that turn. Shouldn't have fired it. Still not getting him with the helmet. Good track and splash. Out of how is he out of range? He's literally right in front of me. He was like not even a mile in front of me, and this stupid fucking thing wouldn't pick him up. Why is it inadequate? Oh my god. There we go. Widak. Let's go. Has he spawned in? Yes, he has. Oh, I picked him up this time. Finally. I would take the Mirage over this literally any day of the week in close combat. In BBR, obviously the Mirage has very limited BBR capability, but close combat, Mirage, every time. There's just so many things that work in its favor, and which the Hornet either lacks or doesn't do as well. Pom will kill me for saying that, but I don't really care. Pom's a lot more familiar with this aircraft than I am. I lost him. I saw him go behind me and I lost him. And I also forgot I have to turn my dispenser bypass on because the Hornet requires you to go through about 3 different switches to actually use your fucking flares. Oh my god. Why would you do this? Why would you design any of this shit? This plane is just needlessly overcomplicated, and it makes it worse at doing what it should be doing than if it didn't have the feature in the first place. At least in DCS. I have never touched a real Hornet, so I don't know in the real world. But in DCS, it's counterproductive. Like 90% of what is in this plane actively works against you. Again, I'll take the Mirage any day. There we go. Now we have countermeasures. I also just realized I had my flaps set to... Wait, no. I had them up, which is auto, I think. Bit of a Syrian lead turn there. Jet wash. Did I just lose something? I think something got damaged there somehow. Maybe it's not just the Mirage that gets broken by it. Might have swatted me into a tree or something. I don't know, I just find the Hornet really frustrating in close combat. I have to fight the plane more than I have to fight the enemy, whereas the Mirage is easy. It's just effortless. Oh shit, bypass. Just check they're working, yes they are. Let's see if the radar picks him up. Not today. He is right off my nose. Look at that. You can physically see him off my nose. The radar will not pick him up in any mode. Still not picking him up. It's right on him. It's not picking him up. That's not gonna hit. Yeah, it didn't even come close. That's not going to hit either. Oh, now the radar picks him up. Amazing. Does the radar maybe not work with the A9 selected? Is that what's going on here? Because that seems like a really bizarre and stupid design decision, if that's how that's supposed to work. Wow, no hits, okay. Okay, DCS, I get it. Oh, you gotta hold the button, I see. See, I don't fly American planes. I don't understand all their esoteric control setups that make no goddamn sense. I'm used to flying planes where one button does one thing, and one thing only, and it's clearly labeled. You don't have to know the terminology for the HOTAS setup to get what to press. Why am I so fast? I've got the air brake out. I'm in flight idle. Jesus. I guess this thing doesn't bleed speed as much as I'm used to, but still, it just seems like I'm a lot faster than I should be for how I'm flying. Oh my god, how did that miss? I'm taking the F5, at least I understand how this thing works. Gonna have a harder time keeping track of him though. Oh, you gotta go? Alright, man. I might jump back in the guns arena then, as much as it is a bad idea. Take the MiG-21, just because I'm a masochist. Wait, what? Oh, I'm in the wrong fucking slot, aren't I? Yeah, I'm in the air start, not the guns. Hey, Pom. Nicely done, dude. Today I slept, well, yesterday technically, I slept until about 1 PM and woke up feeling like shit, and still feel like shit, because it's like 40 fucking degrees in here. Celsius. It's not even officially summer yet, and I already wish to cease existing. That was like a Viper, maybe? I gotta rebind my air brake in this, it's really awkward to use. Well, he died somehow. Game's running really badly too, it's stuttering quite a lot. I might just fly in here for like 1 or 2 more flights, alternatively until I get frustrated again, and then go to fucking Growling Sidewinder or something. I was going to jump on DDCS, but it was really stacked towards red and there wasn't much to kill. I didn't really feel like doing any ground pounding, so I didn't bother. I mean, I could do some air-to-ground stuff, I just generally don't. Cold War had 4 people on it earlier, so if that's filled up, I might join that. Look at this wonderful bug. That was fixed a few patches ago and they broke it again. So you have like totally fucked up, stretched out water splash effects when someone hits the dirt. on the autumn maps. Well done, ED. Well fucking done. I'm probably not going to be able to hit this guy. Like, I'm in a good position behind him, but I'm not going to be able to hit him because the fucking traces are so difficult to use now. Also, the game keeps freezing, which is not helping. Well, stuttering, I guess. Not freezing. Under my nose somewhere. Oh, there. Hello, Mr. Hornet. What are you doing? Shooting at him. I saw something fall off. MiG-21 superior to Hornet confirmed. Be a lot easier if we went over to Tbilisi, the laggiest fucking area of the game. I'm not even in secondary burn. Oh wait, yes I was. Oops. Not that it matters, because I kind of needed to fight a Hornet. God damn it. The classic MiG wobble. It just cost me a hit there. Meanwhile, someone's probably rolling up behind me. Yep, an eagle. Still back there. Oh, I think the Mirage is taking care of him for me. Maybe. Yep, there we go. Fuel is pretty much non-existent, so we're gonna go land. Looks like Graziani over there. Oh, my bug pillar. This is not a drill. Wow, guys, I can't believe how hard the MiG-21 is to land. Why the fuck did my landing gear just... Oh, there's a crater. Okay. So, I don't know if you noticed it, but there was a bit of a scraping sound. That wasn't me actually tail scraping or anything. That was because I, popped the chute before I landed. I did the check thing. And it worked until we hit a crater. So I'm gonna ditch out of the server, because it's turning into a bit of a shit fight again. If you're on Cold War, I can try in GCI. I wanted to make sure there's more people on it. If it's only 2 versus 2, it's not really worth. It's even less now, and like specific missions on it aren't very fun and tend to get rid of people very quickly, so there's not much point joining if it's on that mission. However, Growling Sidewinder server is fucking bumping and red are outnumbered. So I'm gonna go fly on there. If you buy the shirt, don't iron it. Well, I wouldn't be at risk there because I haven't ironed a shirt since I was in the army. I just don't bother. Why would you iron a t-shirt anyway? Well, I kind of guess I can see why. Like this though, this doesn't need ironing. It's quite thin material, so it doesn't get creased. I'd say that was a hard, difficult landing. Hey, Official Alliance, how are you going? Red's almost won, Batumi is the last airfield they have at DDCS. Ooh. Is that why there was nobody on blue earlier? They all just gave up and left. Said no one left. You want another pilot? If you want to jump on Growling Sidewinder server on red, sure. We could always use more pilots. Where's my angry triangle sticker? I might see about making one. I'm just not sure how the stickers are done, but I'll poke around later. I might do one of the angry triangle. I might do open beta. Everyone plays open beta. Like literally every multiplayer server that has people on it is open beta. Also, stable is not stable. It's just the previous week's patch. So don't even bother being on stable branch, honestly. Shirt I have all cotton. This one's cotton polyester blend, I think, because of the coloration. So they have, like, this specific type of shirt, the solid colors are all cotton, and then the sort of blend colors are a mix. But it's really, like, nice and light and soft, so I'm quite happy with it. And that's specifically why I chose this this style of shirt as well, because I have one that's made by the same company and it's a really comfortable shirt, so I thought, well then. Where are we going to fly from and what will we fly? You know what? Next, do you want a GCI? We'll do some memes. We will do some absolute memes. Where is... Nalchik? Can I spawn? Oh, really? Beslan and Minvodi are the only airfields. Oh, I guess Tbilisi as well. Hang on. Let's find it. 21. I guess it's the Iranian ones. MiG-21, Tbilisi. F5 or MiG-21? That is the question. Start with the F5, I guess. I don't know how long the server is before it restarts, so I probably should have checked that before I came in. If you want to check that on the way in next, that would probably be a good idea. Take the smaller tank, I don't need the big one.
Request rearming. Copy. Chief, connect ground air supply. Copy. ground air supply.
Why have you... Oh, they're still rearming me. Hurry up.
Rearming complete. Ground air supply is now connected.
Chief, apply ground air supply.
Copy. Air is now applied.
Chief, apply ground air supply.
Copy. Air is now applied.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so
You're really quiet. Holy shit. Give me a second.
wait a second. Now I need to use my microphone.
Why is the right engine not spooling? Why is the right engine not spooling?
I will be doing GCI.
I gotta turn Discord back up. I think I turned it down earlier when I was on DDCS. It's really quiet now. Now it's... Wait, no.
Okay, hold
Yeah,
on
now
now.
it's spooling. Bit better.
Okay, so what did you want me to check?
How long there is left on the server when you join it.
Oh, crap! I already did.
Hey, what are you doing?
What? Why? What is
Isn't
wrong
there
with this
a,
fucking game?
comms menu command for that?
Why did it start taxing me? I was in idle. That's the second time this has happened. The first time was in the Mirage. This game, I swear.
Also, what is Ventman?
Huh?
What's Ventman?
In what context? Sorry, I'm not following.
In the context CJ and Palmer talking about.
Oh, hang on, let me catch up. Holy shit.
Okay.
I got a lot of chat to catch up
Right,
on.
I'm in red.
I
side,
read
yeah?
this chat on my phone, so I tend to be a bit behind, sorry. Yeah, red. Where's...
I
Yeah,
don't
Angry
see
Triangle
any
sticker, I'll work
DCI
on that.
slots.
Said you were in the army. I was in the army reserve. I wasn't deployed anywhere. I never went anywhere or did anything. I was just in the reserve for a little while.
Where would I find them? Because right now I really don't see any.
Wait, what are you looking for? Sorry?
DCI slots.
There isn't one. You have to be spectator. It's stupid, but...
Oh, okay. That's fine. So now I basically just drive 10, yeah? Okay.
That might be why the engine wouldn't start.
Cool. Where are you flying from?
Tbilisi.
Tbilisi. Okay, you have a whole bunch of stuff coming in from the US. I will back to you.
Shouldn't need that on, honestly. I'm still trying to get this thing started up because apparently I forgot how to fly, so...
No, so much spam RAM going on.
Yeah, I guess that there would be.
Surprised.
Okay, that should all be set up.
Is there a way for me to use SRS here to guide the...
I wouldn't even bother dealing with anyone except us. Even if you try, they're not going to listen, so there's literally no point, honestly.
That's fair enough, yeah.
I need to get Saber to tell me how to fix that. So you don't need to hit the filter. Like, so it's the way the filter should work is hide everything that's not locking you. You shouldn't have to actually press the button show everything searching and then everything locking with two separate modes. I don't know why must caution.
And another one. Yeah, let me know when you take off, and I will...
might be a while yet. Premium stuff is next level apparel and standards done by Gildan. Then because American Apparel stopped making shirts in the US. Gotcha.
And Phoenixes are being yeeted as well.
Okay, I think I'm more or less set now. I don't know why the aircraft started taxiing on its own, but like I said, it's happened before with the Mirage.
Properly modelled.
Yeah, it'll fix one problem, but it still won't fix the others.
No, but it'll be a start and it'll be fun. Even more fun Rioing, I think.
Okay, so now my nose wheel steering isn't working. That's excellent. What the fuck is wrong with my plane? Also, why do the air brakes spawn in the out position? Is there a... hang on. There has to be a parking brake or something I still have on. Where is it? I should have actually flown the MiG-21. At least I know how to fly the 21. I have no issues with that. What the fuck? Oh no. Oh great, I'm gonna die because somebody's fucking lagging. This thing's ground handling is like just so obnoxiously bad. It's fine once it's in the air, but on the ground the F5 is the worst thing in the game. The worst, hands down. The 21 is so easy to taxi. Whereas in the air, the 21 is annoying to fly precisely, whereas the F5 is easy. Also, DCS appears to be running like shit. It's probably because my PC's overheating. I did say it earlier in the stream, but for everyone that missed it, if I disappear and don't come back online within a minute or two, assume my PC is melted. My CPU is overheating, like, non-stop at the moment because of the fucking temperature in here, so... The day I finally get out of this country, permanently, is going to be the happiest day of my fucking life. Now it won't line up straight.
Oh god, lag. Ugh.
Okay, we're on auto flaps. Takeoff trim set. I'm in full burner, by the way. Look how long this thing's takeoff run is. It's just ridiculous how much runway you need for the F5. 21 would have taken off in like a third of that distance or less, even without the emergency burner on.
Okay, then let me know what you need.
Get rid of the takeoff trim. Leave a little bit of nose up.
The nearest enemy is 273 for 47 hot. Angels 18.
Yeah, you will, because the F5 is really underpowered. It has very weak engines.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry. Okay, well apparently the fuel tank's on
Like I said, let me know what you need.
Okay, I'm off the ground now, more or less set up. You said 2-7, or was it 2 what?
4.
Alright, well I'm not going to fly right at them, so I'm probably going to track through the valleys here and try and slip up the side.
He is being engaged. Well, I mean, you have multiple friendlies.
Don't forget your dampers are off, good call, thank you. I was wondering why it was switchy.
Strike of F-15s and 810s inbound.
Going for, yeah, no, that's too far away.
Okay. Then the closest one is still the F-15. Still on a way to get range and bearing other than the little...
The ruler? No.
Okay. Well, he...
Worked it out now, it's just I'm too used to other aircraft. I mean, I was gonna fly the F5, but at this point it's probably not even worth it. It's just too much hassle. By the time I get off the ground and figure out where I'm going, I'm probably gonna, like, either the server's gonna restart or my PC's gonna explode, so I may as well just fly the fucking 27.
Okay.
In which case, you can jump on and fly. I don't need a GCI when I'm in the 27.
Yeah, okay. I guess I'll jump on 27 then as well.
I'm gonna spawn in at Minvodi and, sorry, no, Nulchik. I'll head up and intercept that attack and then start heading south to the mountains.
Okay. I'll join with you.
Yeah, I was gonna fly the F5, but I'm just having so much fucking trouble with the game right now, I'm not gonna bother.
Is it worth bringing the jamming?
No, never bring Sorbitia pods, they're dead weight. All you're going to do is basically shoot your own team in the foot because they won't be able to tell, like they can't IFF you and they can't see what's going on. Pretty much the distinguishing factor between a flanker that knows what it's doing and one that doesn't is whether they have Sorbitias on their wings. Also, you're cutting in and out, like it sounds like you're moving away from them like a lot.
Not really. Okay.
Lock mode, gonna go eat before going live again. Return to charge you for nothing, understanding a plane is simple. Hey, I understand the F5, it's just that it took me a while to remember a few things. I haven't flown it for a few days. I'm flying this not because I don't want to fly the F5, but because it's just too much bother at this point. I'm also, I should have probably gone to bed hours ago. I don't know why I'm fucking still awake. Probably because it's too hot to sleep. For anyone who's thinking of taking up streaming, don't stream when you haven't slept. Don't stream when you're like uncomfortably hot, and don't stream when you know you're gonna have technical issues. I'm an idiot, so I did all of those three things. And now I'm starting to fall asleep at the perfect moment. Right. This thing's pretty brainless to fly, so it's not going to be as impressive as the F5, but at least I know what I'm doing in this. And if the server crashes or I have my PC shit out on me again or whatever, I can get back in quickly. It's just been non-stop frustration tonight, honestly. It's been like that for a few days. So what I might do is, technically, I was going to stream Sunday. It is Sunday morning, like the small hours of Sunday morning here. Normally I stream in the sort of late morning to mid-afternoon my time. I'm not doing that today, like forget it, I'm probably going to be asleep. And even if I'm not asleep, I'm not going to stream. So this will be it for today. And then early Monday morning, the 345th has a Gulf War mission, which I will probably be playing. So I'll be streaming that. You can catch me then. But it will be a short stream. It will be probably 2 hours or less, depending how long the mission runs. So this will count as a Sunday stream because I'm not doing another one later. And depending on how badly my sleep cycle's been disrupted, I might not be streaming as much for the next week or so. Unfortunately, I have the wonderful combination of just natural problems sleeping, which is bad enough as it is, and now it's like, my flat gets really hot during the summer. It's not even summer yet, it's fucking November. But it is like at least about 30 to 35 degrees Celsius in here right now at 2 AM, and I cannot sleep in the heat. So probably over the summer my streams are going to get a hell of a lot more chaotic, and I'm going to be in a worse mood because it's going to be really uncomfortably hot in here. So apologies in advance for the next 3 months, but there's not all I can do about it. I need to get out of this place. I'm not designed for the Australian climate at all. It's just, I don't fucking know why the British colonised this country. Why? Just why? Should have left it to the people who had lived here for, you know, tens of thousands of years and had intimately adapted to life here instead of filling it with fucking Europeans. Because then I wouldn't have to be here. Hey. Well, the beaches are no use to me since I live about 200 kilometers inland. Well, 250, I think, straight line distance, about 400 by road. I don't know, dude, just, like, I never wanted to live here, and I bitch about it all the time, but it's just getting worse year after year. I can't wait to get out of this fucking place and never ever come back. It's funny, a lot of people get seasonal depression in the winter because it's dark and cold. I get it in the summer because it's just so ungodly fucking hot and sticky and awful all the time, and I can't sleep. Holy shit, what is that? Okay, that raid is behind me. So we'll turn for them. They're AI, and I'm pretty sure they're set to their dumbest difficulty setting, so they're not going to put up a fight, really. I do have air conditioning lumber, but it's a portable unit, and it doesn't have enough capacity to really do anything. Also, I'm poor, so I can't afford proper air conditioning, and I'm renting, so I can't drastically modify the property to put in, like, reverse cycle or whatever. And it's a shitty fucking single brick commercial property anyway, so it's not like I could put proper reverse cycle air conditioning in without tearing the place down and rebuilding it, which isn't going to happen. You'd be surprised how many people in Australia do not have air conditioning because they can't afford it or because their house is too old to actually put, you know, a decent air conditioning unit in. I really miss my old place. The only bad thing about my old... Well, there were two bad things about my old flat. One was that it used to, like, the sewer would occasionally back up and flood the bathtub just because of the fucked up plumbing. Or if it rained really heavily, I'd get water running through the back door, through my room, out the front door, but there was nothing in its way, it wasn't a big deal. The other issue was that I had to share my internet with 5 uni students, but other than that, it was fantastic. I had air conditioning, it was a converted garage, so it was nice and cool year round. It was fantastic. I really miss it. And it was on the coast, so if I really needed to, I could go to the beach. I'm curious what altitude that guy's at. It looks like he's in space. Only 14,000. Interesting. Looks like that raid's actually hit their target and is getting out of there, I think. Do something about my Discord. I can barely hear anyone, and the voice quality is really bad. Ah, it's because I haven't adjusted the volumes for them yet. I have to adjust the volumes individually for everyone in Discord and turn them up to like 150 to 200% because Discord's default volume is way too quiet for me. Could make you a song cooler for cheap. I don't know if it had much effect here. Like, honestly, this place is so badly built. Australians are possibly the worst builders in the world. Like, no word of a lie, these people are fucking terrible at building any kind of structure. All the good engineers immediately go overseas so they don't have to put up with all the dumb shit that the builders and the other engineers in this country do. If you added up all the gaps in the average Australian household, you'd have another door to walk through. So they're freezing in the winter and they're boiling in the summer. And this is a really good case of that. I also, because it's a flat above a commercial property, it's really long and narrow. There's one window that looks onto the main street, which is my bedroom window. Then there's an interior wall, so no light comes from there into the main part of the flat. And then there's another interior wall immediately to my left. I can't hear you at all. Discord is fucked up at the moment. There's another interior wall there. And why is the voice quality so bad? What the fuck, Discord? I don't know. Yeah, that's true. Look, I don't know, man. I'm just tired and grumpy, honestly. I'm not gonna bother with them, they're already RTB. Of course. Gonna turn south and engage these other guys. I've been bitching for like 2 hours. I'm surprised any of you are still here. Yeah. It tends to get very humid here as well, so I'd imagine you probably get the same thing there. Like that real awful sort of sticky, muggy hot. That is the worst. I fucking hate that shit. When I was at basic training, it was a dry heat. It was like 45 degrees the entire time, but it was dry. So even though I had trouble with the heat, it was at least more bearable. But it can be like 30 degrees and humid, and I just want to die. It's so bad. The worst I've had to endure was 51 degrees Celsius, I think, or it may have been 52. It was above 50, I know that much, because it was a record. And there was a bushfire about probably 5 kilometers from our house. So between the smoke and just the raw heat of the day, it was about 50-something degrees outside, and I lived in a house which half the house was air conditioned, but that didn't matter because the power was out because everyone had their fucking aircon turned on. And the other half of the house, which was a built-on addition, was made of steel and wasn't air conditioned. So I spent an entire day just laying on my bed, literally wishing for death, because there was nothing I could do. It was too hot to do anything, and like I was stuck to the bed, I couldn't move. Like I said, I can't wait to get out of this place and never ever come here again. Like, this is the thing, Australia's a really good place to visit. If you get the chance to visit Australia, do it. It's a really nice place to visit, but do not move here. Don't do the dumbass thing and go, wow, Australia seems like a great place to live. No, just no. Don't do that to yourself. It sounds like your microphone's in another room.
I can't do anything about that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, I can maybe understand one word every sentence if I'm lucky.
Okay, hold on.
Don't know if his game's low or what. Not that I can talk with my webcam mic with the gain turned way too far up just so it picks me up. Jesus Christ, Pom. Radar would pick anything up, yeah. It's one of those kinds of days. Hey Trip, what am I doing? Being a grouchy asshole and scaring everyone away from my stream? Oh, I forgot. I need to change my overlay, don't I? There we go. Yeah, growling sidewinder. Someone's after us. This guy on the right here, we'll go for him. Is that a 2-ship? Might be. This is a go-away shot. Okay, we've forced him to maneuver, which buys me some time to get in a little closer. There's a second one. It is a two-ship. There's the spam ram. We're gonna go for the other one. That's an interesting graphical glitch. Good one, ED. Oh, no. Fucking spam ram hit me anyway. Fuck's sake. Yeah, there is next. You've got to set radar predicted distance. None of my missiles are going to find the targets. Why am I playing on here? I fucked that engagement up totally. It was a two-ship, I flew right into them, I didn't fire when I should have. I didn't evade hard enough because I was so hung up on getting that one ER to track him, even though there was no chance of it hitting. What the fuck is wrong with me? Yeah, you need to use that. You also need to use the radar elevation, and then you need to have it in the correct pulse mode. You need to be juggling about 3 or 4 different controls just to get somebody to lock them. So, yeah, welcome to the Su-27. I might just get off soon, honestly. Set predicted range. The cone isn't your radar range, the cone is your missile's engagement envelope. It's got nothing to do with your radar. So that little cone will grow and shrink based on their aspect, your altitude, speed, and which missile you got selected. There's no, well, actually, yeah, no, there's no visualization of where your radar's looking on the data link screen. The only thing relating to your radar on that is the arc, which can shift from left through center through right, and that just shows which direction the dish is pointing laterally, and that pops up on the HUD anyway. And also, I think it shows your absolute maximum best conditions detection range, which is like 200 kilometers or something. You'll never pick someone up at 200 though. Like ever. Don't even bother. Wanna do something else? Gotta eat soon anyway? Alright, man. I will catch you later at some point. Yeah, you also have the data link zoom and the range scale zoom on the HUD, so that's another separate control. I just use plus and minus to zoom in and out on that. That doesn't affect the radar performance, so that just affects what you can see on the displays. Yeah, bacon. That's been there for only a day or two. It's I made it originally just as a meme for a shirt design, and then I thought, you know what, that works as a stream overlay as well. As if I'm not tilted enough already, DCS is stuttering constantly. Lexix, thanks for the follow. Oh my god. It's fine. That didn't happen. Totally textbook takeoff. You saw nothing. I might do 1 or 2 more sorties and then just go take a nap or something, so at least I'm slightly less cranky. Coming in. Starting to fly out of my cop as well by the looks of it, or Sochi. They're going for Cherkassk. So I could turn around and engage those guys, but I'm going to stick with the ones off the nose, to be honest. The mountains are a little more advantageous to me, and I'm flying so badly right now, I need every bit of help I can get. The MiG-19P good, by the way, thinking of getting that in Hornet. I mean, it's a nice plane, it flies well, it looks pretty, it does all that stuff, but if you, like, it's not very capable. It has the shittiest Soviet heat seekers available, literally the shittiest available. It's a copy of the AIM-9B. It has no radar-guided missiles, its radar is basically a meme. Its air-to-ground rockets are only 57mm and it doesn't carry very many, so they do basically no damage to anything. It's a cool plane. The guns are very nice, but they're very slow firing and have like 100 rounds tops, I think. So it's a good plane, but it's not a capable plane. If you want something that you can do a lot of stuff in, it's not the MiG-19. You can do like 2 things in the MiG-19, basically. You can tickle ground targets, or you can scare planes and then run away as soon as you run out of ammo. Also, it has a really weird system with the way the afterburner works, because, you know, early supersonic jets and all that. You have to advance the throttle to full power and then hit a button to trip the afterburner, and then as you come back out of full power, it disconnects it. So you could do what some people do and just bind it to a switch and then leave that switch always on, so you technically always have afterburner available, but then you have no mil power because it just jumps straight to burner. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have a specific interest in the MiG-19 itself, I wouldn't bother picking it up yet. If you want to do more Cold War stuff, or if you think the MiG-19's a cool plane, by all means buy it. It's nice. It's just, you know, it's not something I would recommend to most people in good conscience. If you want a red full fidelity aircraft and you want a Cold War one, get the MiG-21. The MiG-21 is more capable in every single respect and easier to fly in a lot of ways. Like, the 19 is pretty tame, but its stall characteristics are not quite as placid as the 21s. And it's a little less ergonomically friendly in terms of the cockpit. Vig and Harrier both or none. Harrier is better at multi-role. The Viggen is a specialized strike aircraft designed to fly pre-planned missions, mostly anti-shipping. The Viggen has some cool weapons and it's a really neat plane, but yeah, I'd go Harrier, honestly. If you're gonna get one, go Harrier. Both is, like, don't break the bank, dude. But again, if you're into ground pounding, the Hornet does it, I guess I'd say, better in a lot of ways. The Harrier does certain things very well. One of them is the Harrier does kind of close-in seed work very well, whereas the Hornet mostly does it standoff with the harms. The Harrier can get in nice and close with the sidearms. But the Hornet, the Hornet should do everything plane, basically. Every other plane might be slightly more specialized in a certain role, but it doesn't do something that the Hornet won't already do. Harrier the Chad choice? Yeah, as far as seed goes, the Harrier is definitely the Chad choice. Here we see a blue pilot flying in what can only be Afterburner, because he's probably got 3 bags on. This server, man, this fucking server, I swear. He's the only guy here that the data link has. I want to burn all my fuel chasing him, but at the same time, I want to kill him. Fuck it. Also get the A-10C instead of the Harrier. The A-10 is like pretty much the premier ground attack aircraft in DCS at the moment, just because of the amount of shit it can carry. It's also arguably the only actually complete and working DCS module, although it wouldn't surprise me if something's been broken with patches. You also have to factor in the A-10's slightly downrated compared to the real thing. The engines are weaker, the gun is way less accurate because allegedly the US Air Force doesn't want hostile actors training against the A-10 in DCS. Like, you can't just find out the real numbers and fucking mod it yourself, since everything in DCS is coded with Lua files. I don't know, man. This game is so stupid. So stupid. Look at this guy! Fucking 1,230 kilometers an hour and still accelerating. He is in burner. I'm in burner and I'm barely catching him. He is in burner with 3 bags flying at Tbilisi. He's gonna have no fuel when he gets there. He's probably gonna die to a book before I get anywhere near him. Because that's what generally happens when they're pushing on our airbase like this. Yeah, that's true. You do need someone else to provide C for you. Look at this fucking guy! Look at it! Look how close I have to get to have any hope of an ET hitting him. I can physically fucking see him. If I zoom all the way in, I still can't hit him. I swear to God, dude, blue team just like chug leaded paint. Why is he going so fast? There's no... Oh, his teammates have found me. I just popped up on link 16. There's the spam ram. Trashed it, I just saw it fly past me. Looks like he trashed my ET. Oh, you motherfucker. Of course he followed it with the second one. Oh, I hate this server. Yep, 120C. I saw one fly past me on my left side, and then I saw the second one hit me. And I apparently didn't even kill him. Oh, there goes the 9X. I think, or is that a spam ram? No, that's a spam ram. Double racking, fucking no skill required, just ripple off 2 or 3 AIM-120s at somebody and you never have to worry about them again. Defeat one, second one gets me. Fuck's sake. Alright, I'm taking a break because I'm just getting too pissed off. I need some sleep. There's one, there's two. Rule of thumb against 120Cs. Yeah, I know. Just for a second, though, I thought I might be fighting a reasonable, logical human being, even though I just chased him in burner all the way to our base, so I don't know what I was thinking, honestly. I don't know, man. The fucking 120C is a plague. It needs to go away, especially from that server. They need to get rid of it, or limit it to like 10 so that it gets used within 5 seconds. If you need 120Cs and 9Xs to kill flankers, it's because you're bad. Like, here I am. I'm not even using the R77. Here I am with ERs and ETs still killing people. Like, if you can't stand against a fucking flanker that's not using active missiles without firing 2 or 3 120s at him and then a 9X, you shouldn't be playing DCS. Like, just don't bother. It's so frustrating to fight against because they're not good pilots. They're really bad, and as soon as you get in close range, like, if they ditch all their AIM-9s and you get close to them, it's obvious they're bad pilots because they fucking maneuver kill themselves. They can't even dogfight you. They'll just kill themselves by flying into the ground. So it's just frustrating because you know you're losing to bad fucking pilots because they have a magical fucking crotch of a missile while the ER and ET are underperforming. Right, where can I send you? I don't even know if anyone's streaming at this hour. Oh, Satal's on. I'm gonna send you their way, I think. Give me a second, guys, to manipulate the wonderful interface here. Right, there we are. For anyone who happens to be new, I'm sorry. You've caught me on like the worst stream possible. Normally I'm not this cranky, but I haven't been sleeping well and it's hot as hell in here, so I'm just gonna go get a bit of a nap, send you guys over to DCS World Events so you can watch some actually skilled players, and hopefully next time I play I'll be flying a little better and bitching a lot less. In the meantime, enjoy Satal. I'll catch you guys later. Remember that 120Cs are for baddies.